Hello, everybody. This is Cover Four with the Guys. I'm your host, Marquise. I got Terrance and I got Nick with me today. How you doing today, Terrance?
Hey, I'm doing good, ready to get into this action here. Hope you're ready too.
Nice, nice. How you feeling, Nick?
Doing good, man. Ready to get another good episode going. Ready to talk to you boys about some football.
Nice. So we had a lot of interesting things happening around the league. Honestly, it's crazy. This off season's kind of been really interesting. A lot of news flooding around, so it's not been a slow season for us. We just started the pod, so it would have been weird for us if we didn't have any news or trades or a lot happening. But we had the draft, we had a couple players move, signings, we had rumors of people getting moved. So it's been an interesting off season for us at least. So I'm gonna start it right now. We had Green Bay. They signed Blake Bortles. Uh, how do you feel about that, Terrence?
For me, honestly, um, it might sound crazy, but honestly, I would have respected a Colin Kaepernick signing more. Somebody like Blake Bortles has had multiple chances, like getting signed in LA, now getting signed with Green Bay. And honestly, I don't feel like he even deserves a chance to still be in the league at this point. I mean, when they were in Jacksonville, the defense was elite, which was the reason for the success in Jacksonville. So, AKA Saxonville. So,
Calais Campbell, Jalen Ramsey, and the boys.
like, I don't know, like, I don't see him ever being better than second or third string option, and not even like the best second or third you can find. I just feel like maybe he was one of the best available on the market, I guess. But
He was. I get what you're saying, for the cap thing, but he was definitely the best available. If you look at them free agent quarterbacks, like I showed you, if I had to pick one, I'm going with him because at least Green Bay defense is somewhat put together. So
yeah,
at least he would do some damage. How you feel about it, Nick?
I was just about to ask actually. You think so? You think he was better? And then so I wrote some names down, and none of these dudes are blow you out of the water, right?
No, not
But
at all.
you don't think Robert Griffin III might be a
No,
little better option?
hell no. I just had him on the Ravens. Pass,
Well, first of all, he was a perfect fit for y'all's like scheme. You know, I mean, he's a little beat up now, but
pass.
so the three names I had were Robert Griffin III. I honestly think I would take him over Blake Bortles. Brett Hundley, he's familiar with the franchise, and we're talking about backups here. We're not
That Brett
not talking
Hundley
about
one
like there's
is maybe. That one's a maybe. I can
and
see
then
that.
Brian Hoyer. So Brian Hoyer had a couple of good years, and being a solid backup. He's got that veteran savvy. I think he's about 35 years old. The thing about it for me with Blake Bortles is he's kind of like a Tim Tebow type in terms of I just don't think he ever really had it in him. Like had a good year at UCF in college, had a lot of hype surrounding him. Got drafted a little bit too high. Terrance, you made a great point. I mean, it's easy. Defense wins championships, so it's easy to have a lot of your shortcomings overlooked when you have a stout defense behind you and y'all are winning games. But I think the biggest thing about it is this shows how desperately Green Bay needs to try to keep Aaron Rodgers. I know we've kind of written it off that it's not going to happen, but by any means necessary, they need to re-sign him or not re-sign him, keep him.
definitely.
I think another thing it is. I think it showed. I'm not mad about Blake Bortles signing. Brian Hoyer he re-signed with the Pats, so that was a wash. And then
Okay.
maybe Brent Huntley would have been something to bring in, but I think it's really put competition on Jordan Love. I feel
Yeah.
like Jordan Love's. It's not for who's going to start. It's Aaron Rodgers until something happens to Aaron Rodgers. So it's not to see who's starting. But the GM for
Yeah.
the Packers said that Jordan Love is a long ways off, pretty much. So if that's the case, maybe you do bring Blake Bortles to give him to maybe light that fire on him, and maybe he plays good because I'm pretty sure it was just him and Aaron last year. So
Well,
obviously he ain't beating Aaron out, but he ain't got nobody under him that's gonna challenge him.
well, I'll say this: it's better than
That's
Kurt
true.
Bankert, who, by the way, that was the other guy they signed that we spoke about last week, who has literally never played a down in the NFL. So, I mean, I guess it's better than that.
Yeah, I don't know. There's actually been another crazy signing. The Giants did something wild. It's not too wild, honestly. They had Calvin Benjamin come in for rookie tryouts, and they had him listed as a tight end, not even a wideout. And fun fact, they signed him. How do you feel about that, Terrence?
I mean, honestly, I can say I like the signing just because of his size. And I don't think any linebacker or safety, honestly, is a good matchup against him. Just for the simple fact that he's 6'5", 245. And, he's a previous receiver, so he does have that, big playability on the outside per se. But my biggest downside with him is he does drop the ball a lot, like wide open, but then he'll make a ridiculous catch. So it's like you got to take the good and the bad on him. He's not necessarily the fastest, but I feel like tight end will suit him. I mean, we'll have to see if he'll be able to block for one. I mean, he has the size, but I mean, we're gonna have to definitely see if he'll be able to block and see how he does take advantage of any of the matchups he's gonna get, such as like a linebacker, safety, a nickel, or something like that.
He did play in that Carolina offense with Cam, so I feel like he is kind of used to blocking, so I feel like that won't be a downside. You will have to.
But I feel like it's different though. Like
being in the trenches and then you're out wide just blocking a corner.
Yeah, I play a receiver. Trust me. I mean, I would crack back people every now and again and stuff like that. But just going out there, Gordon, Leonard Floyd, Khalil Mack. Hell no, I'm good.
What you got on that nigga?
I love the idea, low risk, high reward type deal. If it pans out, it pans out. In today's league, I mean, obviously blocking is still huge with the tight end position, but let's be honest, the positions transition into more of a pass catching role, especially for your backup tight end because they still got Ingram. I love it. I wish that this would happen more going forward. One of the people this is gonna sound crazy, but one of the people that I wanted to see something like this happen with was Larry Fitzgerald. If he kept, getting a little bit slower because he's a bigger dude, maybe put him at tight end, which obviously he's fit well into the slot role, so he's good there. But yeah, I think a guy like Kelvin Benjamin, who came out of college already as a bigger guy and wasn't very fast to begin with, I feel like this will be a good, hopefully, I like to see guys succeed. Hopefully this will be, a good transition period for his career. And,
I think it can be. I definitely agree with you with that low risk, high reward type.
Yeah, like you said, with he's kind of got that DK Metcalf syndrome where he can make the craziest catch you've ever seen in your life, but then also drop the most wide open pass. So
yeah,
if he can work on his hands a little bit, tighten up his blocking. My only issue with Kelvin Benjamin, and he's a Seminole, won that title in 2013 with Jameis Winston and all them. I'm a huge Seminoles fan. The only thing about him is his effort. He has no like drive. I can't remember who said it, but someone said something about he was one donut away already.
Nah, they said that boy Booker. He said he a biscuit away from being a tight end.
Yeah. So he's a biscuit away from being a tight end to begin with. So he's already there, right?
Yeah, he already ate that biscuit. I just feel like he with Evan Ingram kind of dropped the ball. So I don't know. You're gonna pair him with Evan Ingram.
They both can't catch. Yeah.
But you got Kyle Rudolph, so hopefully the old man turns the tide and he showed.
And again, I like both
Kyle
of them.
Rudolph.
With both of them, I feel like their hands are not bad. It's like an effort thing. They're just not like seeing the ball and like basic stuff they taught us in Little League, right? Like they just got to see the ball and whatever. So I think they can do it.
Just concentration, probably.
Yeah. So I think it's actually a good move, and I hope we see this more going forward as some of the bigger receivers get older and slower, that they can transition into that tight end position.
Yeah,
their careers a little longer.
I feel like it'd be nice to see. So we had.
I feel like he's definitely going to learn a lot. Honestly, I think he'll learn a lot from Kyle Rudolph, which will probably help him a lot. Both him and Evan Ingram. So I feel like this does give them the opportunity to run the two tight end sets, maybe even sometimes run
3. And that'd be deadly for teams.
3 with Kenny Golladay and one receiver out wide.
On the goal line with Saquon in the backfield, that could be crazy.
I'm letting you know that offense they're putting together. If I had to pick an offense, obviously you got the Cowboys number 1 if you pick just an offense, but 2 is definitely them. I'm not taking the Eagles and I'm not taking the football team. So I feel like they're on par to do something offensively. Hopefully they get it together. We had something else happen with rookie. I don't know if it's confidence, arrogant, or however he was feeling himself. Because I don't know if Buddy peeped the schedule, who he's gonna have to play. But we got Caleb Farley. He said he did a little route running jab. He said, "You think your routes are like that?" He said, pretty much come holler at him. And I don't know if he was talking about the practice squad players, if he was talking about AJ Brown. I was thinking about every excuse in my head of who else he could have been talking about. Because all I know is his first match is DeAndre Hopkins. with the regular season. Boy. Yeah, Hop say that all the time on your head. Bro, there ain't no other corner. Malcolm Butler's gone.
Yeah.
Adoree
Jackson gone. You gonna be the number one corner, so you gonna get all these dudes best game, and you said that. So now they gonna
definitely getting burned his rookie year.
Kyle Murray about to go to the huddle and be like, "Hey, go long, Hop." You know how he be smiling when he see Hop.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
he gonna see Hop in that one coverage. Oh, I got him. Woof. And then he gonna see DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. Bro, I don't.
I'm sorry for him, honestly, at this point, because you honestly you keep a man as a rookie, talking. I mean, I'm glad he's confident. Honestly, I'm glad he's confident. But at the end of the day, I mean, like you said, I don't know if he peeped the schedule or what he's talking about, but.
Look, hey, just on the schedule part, he's going to see Hopkins, DK, Lockett. He's going to go see Diggs. He's going to have to keep up with Tyreek Hill. He's going to see Woods and Kupp. He's going to see Mike Thomas and Juju. And Juju is physical, so I don't even think that's a sleeper. Like, oh, I get to play Juju. Juju is extremely physical. Like, I don't care what anybody says. He doesn't really drop the ball. Like, how do you feel about that, Nick?
I was about to say, I mean, imagine the worst receiver you're going to face potentially all year is Juju Smith, bro. Like, that sucks for your rookie year.
And all they do is throw the ball, so he's gonna get the ball.
Yeah, and again, we all love the confidence. You got to come in acting like you're ready to go. But I mean, bro, and I don't know if y'all remember this, but the reason why he fell that far back in the draft is he's coming off a back injury. So I would be focused. I know he's technically healthy, ready to go, but my focus would be getting back into playing shape, getting back into playing conditioning. Because, I mean, week one, he's about to get humbled. I mean, the offense, they love to air it out. And DeAndre Hopkins can go up against three people and be good. So you're a rookie, bro. He's looking at you like fried chicken. So
what I think he does have going for him is being an ex-receiver and on top of being 6'2", 200 pounds and running 4.4 40. I mean, he has that athleticism and everything, but I feel like he still has that durability, like you said, which is why he fell back in the draft. So hopefully, he's able to
DK
all season.
DK run a 4.3, and he about 235, and he played physical. I'm just like, if you just came off a back injury, like I wouldn't have said that just because I'm gonna have to go see DK. I think it's like early in the year.
Listen, he is a lot of teams that like to air the ball out, and you're gonna see a lot of routes. And you talking about, if you think your routes are like that, come holler at me. Okay, you finna see a lot of routes.
Diggs got the best routes, bro. He's about.
Oh my God, he's about to. The worst one, the one I'm most fearful. I'm not even joking. The one I'm most fearful for him is actually Stephon Diggs, because I mean DeAndre Hopkins is the best one, but I mean he's more like a playmaker. Throw it up, I'll go get it. But someone like Stephon Diggs, bro, he's gonna dice him to pieces every time they line up.
Hey, what's that man that be cutting up the steaks?
Talking about Salt Bay?
Yeah, that's what we Diggs that week.
Don't sleep on D Hop either though. Whoa, somebody hurt.
No. D-Hop's the best receiver out of the ones.
I don't start nothing. I just finish it.
But he's kind of like one of those ones I'd give him a mulligan. I'd say, okay, well, he went up against D-Hop. But, Stephon will make him look silly. I mean,
for sure.
All of a sudden, he's like, who's covering him? And left Farley out on the 5-yard line. You know what I mean?
Wide open.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
wide open. Stephon Diggs.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
It's gonna be real exciting to see. He played at he was a Hoagie, right?
Virginia Tech. Yes, sir.
So he ain't see too much competition as a Hoagie, like lining up at corner. So
nothing like what he's finna see
outside of Clemson. I mean.
So I don't think he's gonna do bad. I just feel like I wouldn't have said that. But like you said, Terrance, like the confidence. So that's not too bad.
I like the confidence. He just ain't played enough football to be cocky per se. Like
he had the Jalen Ramsey episode, and he ain't like that. So I get what you're saying. Yeah. So we had another funny thing is the Jags are gonna try Travis Etienne. Working out at ETN, my bad, bro. I hope you don't see this, and I botched his name. But they got him working out as a receiver for the Jags. He took his rookie minicamp reps as a receiver. I don't think it's weird. If you look at a receiver, or you look at a running back like Kareem Hunt, Alvin Kamara, this dude's pretty much catch Saquon Barkley, Chris McCaffrey. They all catch the ball at a high rate. So I don't think it's too weird. Sure. I mean, I feel like if you're trying to flex him kind of like a Percy Harvin, people were saying, I feel like that might be a stretch, but How you
I
feel
mean,
about that?
I feel like the main thing, I guess, is his chemistry with Trevor Lawrence. I feel like that's the whole reason why they went out and got him. Because honestly, like if you look like, a lot of the big time analysts and stuff like that, they predicted him to go in the second round, actually, not even in the first round, surprisingly. So I feel like that was more so for Trevor Lawrence, not necessarily, like, I mean, I'm not saying he didn't deserve to go there because he was arguably the, second best back. Like some of his accolades, he ACC's all-time leading rusher and two-time player of the year. Last 2 seasons, he had 85 catches for 1,020 yards, 6 touchdowns. He also holds the FBS record of 78 touchdowns from scrimmage. So big playability. And he was only second to, I believe, Jonathan Taylor for like 15 plus yards runs. So, I mean, he does definitely have that big playability, and they want to try to get him the ball any way possible. So,
Yeah, that's nice. What you
James
got?
Robinson, if you can get him, Travis Etienne, just get him on the field, get him some experience.
A dynamic duo, kind of.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, get him on the field, both on the field at the same time. Travis Etienne, I mean, he has the ability to run the routes, he has the speed, he has the hands. I mean, get your playmakers on the field. Urban Meyer is a great coach, so
They got that 6th-round pick, I think, from a year ago. The receiver, Charlotte or something. I'm botching his
they
name.
got DJ Chark.
Just got Marvin Jones from the Lions. Like,
yeah.
They got
a nice core. I mean,
good core for Trevor to
dish the ball. What's the one? His name is Chenault.
Yeah, that's the dude. He was the late round pick.
Yeah. So I mean, they have the talent. So I feel like, with Urban Meyer, he's going to get his playmakers on the field. That's no question. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why. Because, they drafted him so high, and then you have James Robinson, who just had a great year last year. And he's probably like, what the hell? Great year. You go draft a running back in the first round. So I feel like, for James Robinson, I feel like having Travis Etienne on the field, putting him in at receiver, maybe ease his mind a bit, get your playmakers on the field, get Travis Etienne some experience. So I mean, I feel like he's going to learn a lot behind James Robinson as well, because hopefully he's able to continue his success. But
fun fact, James Robinson went undrafted. How do you feel about it, Dick? Though
I love it. Again, it's like kind of similar to the Kelvin Benjamin thing. I think that we're going to see a lot more of this type of stuff happening. The weirdest thing for me has always been, when an athletic quarterback comes out of college, they try to push him to play wide receiver. I've always found that kind of weird. I get it. You want to figure out the athleticism and all that. But someone like a Travis Etienne, who's about 5'10", 215, so he's a little bit smaller of a back. We saw what happened to someone like Christian McCaffrey last year. He gets banged up pretty easily, and the reason being is they run a lot of plays through him. But if you have, like Terrance said, over 1,000 yards receiving, I know it's college, but over 1,000 yards receiving, if you can do it, I mean, like Terrance said, if you draft someone that high and you already have a decent running back in your backfield, figure out a way to get your playmakers on the field, especially with how young they're about to be. I mean, you literally got a rookie coach, rookie quarterback. So in any way possible that you can make plays, especially with someone like Travis Etienne, who has good hands. I don't know how his route running is from a wide receiver perspective yet. And, we'll see that as the season goes on. But yeah, I definitely think he could be a matchup nightmare from a lot of different ways. And if they throw in some gadget plays, Urban Meyer, college coach, they love throwing those gadget plays out there. I'm sure they could make the team at least exciting, to say the least.
You brought up a good point with that he had 1,000 yards receiving, and then him being able to do that at the receiver position. Because it's weird when people say, "Oh, the quarterback should play receiver." They didn't that year ago. They didn't take any reps at receiver. So what do you like? This is a viable it makes sense.
And I think especially in the slot position, where a lot of times it's drag routes, quick slants, not easy routes, but routes that are a lot better from someone that's running from the the sidelines. I think it could be something that could really be beneficial. Plus, smoke screens and things like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. You got to think about it too. Like a lot of the guys that he's going to go up against, for the most part, are going to be guys he will go up against coming around in the backfield as well.
Exactly, linebackers. Yeah,
he's going to get an outside linebacker, maybe a DN in the flat. So it's pretty much people with his speed and size, he should be able to take advantage of. At least in the division that the Jags are in, who they got, the Titans,
Colts.
They should be fine against the Titans. Obviously, the Texans and the Colts. Darius Leonard might have a little bit to say about that. So
outside the Colts, they should be good. Yeah.
Their defense nice.
So we had that happen. We also had another big thing. The Vikes traded Marquise to the Chiefs. What they get? 2022 7th round pick, and they sent Marquise to the Chiefs, and then they got a 2022 6th round pick from the Chiefs. The weird thing about this, it doesn't really make too much sense for me. At Kansas City standpoint, they need corners, so that makes sense, because I'm tired of seeing Tyrone Matthew try to do everything for him in the back four.
Trying to play all 11 positions.
Yeah, they had Ladarius Sneed, the rookie from last year, who made a good case that possibly not winning Rookie of the Year, but being mentioned at a chance of winning Rookie of the Year. But the Mike Hughes, it doesn't make sense because his PF grade, the highest it was 2018 when it was 61.6 from Pro Football Focus.
So, I mean, and I couldn't agree with you more. So the thing with him is, it honestly just didn't work out in Minnesota. Like, he's a former first-round pick who struggled with staying healthy and also consistency in coverage, like you said. Minnesota didn't pick up his fifth-year option. So to me, the move makes sense just for the simple fact that his future in Minnesota was cloudy. So
change the scenery.
Yeah. So they didn't see him as, a long-term thing. They brought in Patrick Peterson as well. And it's like, for them, they didn't see it maybe going past, we want to extend you. So to be able to get something for him, I mean,
better than none.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Nice. What you think, Nick?
I mean, it's a potential thing, right?
He's a big corner too, I think.
He's a big corner. So you have first round talent that has not come to fruition yet. But at the end of the day, he really didn't get his just due in Minnesota. He only started 7 games in 3 total seasons. He's only got 2 interceptions on his career, but he's been battling with injuries. If he can get in a situation where he can be on the field, the best ability is availability, right? So, and I mean, the thing I like about it for Kansas City is you really want to make sure this defense is right, because the offense you don't have to worry about. They're locked in for damn near a decade, So you don't got to worry about that. Even if you miss on a couple players here and there, I mean, you can, as mediocre as that defense is, you can only go up from there. So I don't hate it. You only gave up a 6th and 7th round pick. So at the end of the day, it's not too much.
Yeah, true. He's not super enormous, but he's probably about your average size at corner. I want to say he's like 5'10", 5'11". Not huge, but you got people like Kellen Moore on the Colts. Buddy's only like 5'8", 5'9". People don't know that. Like, that's crazy when you think about it. Another thing that happened, I guess dollar bill was showing because the Lions.
Hey, 70 million reasons. 70 million reasons.
They paid that center. We had a big guy, Frank Ragnow. I'm killing these names today, man. Don't let these guys come on these shows, bro. So he got 70 mil. 42 mil guaranteed. He was 3rd Pro Football Focus out of all centers. I think that's a great sign for them. He's great. He's exceptional with a running center, like, when they're running the ball. They got DeAndre Swift, so I feel like it's a good move for him. What do you think, Nick?
I mean, I agree. The craziest thing about it is, Pro Bowl center. The center's your quarterback on the offensive line, right? So he's someone that can definitely help Jared Goff, your new quarterback coming in. You want to, and in this league nowadays, we see defense is changing so much from a pass rush perspective. I mean, nowadays you have position, which we didn't have 10, 15 years ago, which is literally just edge rusher, which is like, I don't care if you're a linebacker, I don't care if you're a defensive end, your job is to get to the quarterback. So I know the center doesn't necessarily take care of that job in particular, but he's going to shift those tackles and guards towards the pressure. So yeah, I mean, I'm all about paying offensive linemen. I think the offensive line is probably the most important segment of your team outside of quarterback and defensive line, because it's one in the trenches, and if you can protect your quarterback, I mean, you're going to win.
Yeah, like you said, they will shift the protection, especially I feel like a quarterback like Jared Goff, he probably won't be on top of all the protections.
You don't got Sean McVay with the pass.
No more. Yep. You don't have all those weapons that you had anymore, so you're going to need a little bit more time.
You're going to see about Jared Goff this year for sure.
You're about to find out if he's for real. Yeah.
Oh, if he's worth 100 million, we gonna find out this year. I feel like Ragnar signing was big. I feel like he's their O-line. Like, check these stats out for him. So in 2019, he only allowed 2 sacks in 996 snaps.
That's crazy.
Earned a 74.9% from the Pro Football Focus. And then last year, he didn't allow any sacks in 929 snaps.
Yep.
I feel like he's definitely if not the foundational piece, of that, that kind.
I think he's 25 years old. So, I mean, that's
24.
To be able to lock in someone like that, 24? Yeah. So, to be able to lock in someone like that, that's crazy. I mean,
what's crazy? He goes and plays them boys. Like, that division on defense, he sees Kenny Clark. He sees Khalil Mack with Akeem Hicks and Goldman. And he sees, who else is there? That's the pack.
He's holding his own.
The Vikes, he got Daniil Hunter. Like, that's
everyone in that division has defense outside of Detroit. I mean, you literally got to face some of the craziest defenses anyone's going to see all year. And I mean, again, like I said, he directly is not going to face those edge rushers, but he
got to put the dudes in position.
He's got to put everyone there to protect Jared Goff. And your new investment at quarterback, I mean, I hope he pans out. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I think Jared Goff is more of a product of Sean McVay than an actually elite quarterback. But like Terrance said, we're about to find out. So we might be wrong.
I don't think anybody questioned if he was elite or not. And I don't think anybody's expecting him to be super elite. But I think people are trying to see if he can be something with the Lions. If they protect him.
Honestly, I think Stafford is going to take this
to the next level, bro.
Stafford's going to win the trade.
Because he's so smart, physical, just everything about him. Like, Sean McVay is going to be able to unleash the vault, and we're going to see some crazy.
We're about to see why Matt Stafford was one of the most underrated quarterbacks. Yeah, y'all know how I feel about Matt Ryan. I'll just put it to you like this. Y'all know how I feel about Matt Ryan. Not a fan, and that's my quarterback. And I feel like Jared Goff is like the great value version of Matt Ryan. So, I mean, I
feel like honestly, Matt Stafford instantly made them a contender. Like, no cap. Like,
it might be that difference because, like we said, there's no elite receiver on the Rams, but the core itself is
that
elite.
system.
So
that system.
Sean McVay is a mastermind. So we'll see.
So we have that. We're about to change gears a little bit. Honestly, we're gonna go into the records for your teams. Like, how do you think your team will do this year? Not in depth of their schedule, just the record you got them at. Cuz, what do you got these Patriots at? Because I know you're high on them. What are they looking at this year? Just give me a record.
We're going 17 and over, all right?
Oh, God.
Listen, I'm not starting with y'all today. I'm going to give y'all a realistic number, and I want y'all to be
they won the Super Bowl, right, Terrance?
Listen, I ain't even going that far.
Let's hear it.
Check this out. So our strength of the schedule is 17. So we're right around the middle of the pack, right?
Okay.
So I can see us going 11-6 or 12-5.
Oh, my God, bro. Nick,
check out the losses. Check out who I believe.
Put the Falcons on that loss. I don't even want to hear it. Put the Falcons on that loss. All right, we'll get in there. We'll get in there. Yeah, we'll see you. I can't remember what week it is, but we'll see you.
So you're saying you're saying?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be. It's gonna get busy. It's gonna get active.
You're saying 10-6 for the pass.
So I think 11-6 or 12-5. So here's the losses though. Who I can see us losing to, honestly. So I can see us losing to the Bucks, potentially. I can see us losing to the Browns, potentially. I mean, honestly, that team is, Super Bowl ready. We play the Bills twice. So I can see us going either 1-1 with them, potentially losing both. Not sure how that's going to go. And I feel like we'll lose the last game of the season in Miami, honestly. And the only reason I say that is because it's always tough for us to play Miami in Miami. And look at Tom Brady's last season with us when we went to Miami.
That Gronk throw or Gronk playing defense or whatever y'all was doing that year. Yeah,
Kenyon Drake, bro. Kenyon Drake. That's all I got to say.
I remember that. Nick, what you got the Falcons looking like?
All right, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I got a lot for y'all today.
You better not put us on that loss column. I know that.
Oh hell yeah! You better believe it. That's an L for y'all. But anyway,
let's just see. Let's get the record business. Let me get the record. All
right, so I got us winning 11 games. All right, so
with what defense?
Oh, you want me to get into it? Because I can get into it. We're about to be in a lot of. First of all, I need y'all to be for real because this is honestly.
I'm being dead
Y'all
ass.
saying I'm crazy, and y'all saying I'm crazy.
Okay,
Come
cool.
on, man. Come on.
I think
Hold on.
y'all
Wait, Nick. What you said? 12-5.
No, 11 games.
I
So
said
11-6.
12-5.
11.
I said
11-6
or 12-5.
You get a bye.
Oh my God. No,
What
yeah.
What are y'all talking about?
There's 17 games.
Yeah, but you're
11
gonna miss one, so you're only play 16.
No, there's
17 games.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, 11-6. So anyway,
so used to that 16.
Yeah, I am, bro.
Well, we have all right. So hear me out. So first and foremost, we have the 30th ranked schedule. Okay, or strength of schedule. So we have the third easiest schedule in the NFL. Let me tell y'all some of the teams we played. We played the Eagles week 1, W. We played the Giants, Washington, Cowboys. So we played the whole NFC East. So those are all locks for wins to me. The sorry ass Patriots. We got the Jaguars, the Lions. Okay.
What a mute button at.
so we got the Jaguars and the Lions. My only losses is I think we split with the Saints. I put on our schedule. I got us losing both times to the Bucks, and I got us beating the Panthers both times. So and I actually got a toss up with one of those Panthers games and a toss up with the Washington game. So that's me being as honest as possible. But both of those toss ups I gave us the win. Terrance, you're right. Our defense has looked terrible in the past, but we have Pro Bowl talent at every single level. We have Pro Bowl talent at every single level. So we need to get better. I mean, we have one of the best defensive tackles in the league at Grady Jarrett, one of the best middle linebackers in the league at Deion Jones.
Your center just went to San Francisco, did he not?
No, he did. But this at the end of the day, we have so many weapons. And as much as I shit on Matt Ryan, he's a decent quarterback. So as teams that have questions at quarterback, we don't have question. It's just we don't have an elite quarterback. But
y'all think is y'all give up too many leads, bro. Y'all be up big.
I agree with you. And if we can cut back, if we can cut back on that, if we can continue to score the football, I wrote down right here on my notes, live and die on offense. And I know that's a terrible formula for the NFL, but we're about to be in a lot of shootouts. So my notes on this is for teams like the Dolphins. I know the Dolphins had a good record last year, but I think they're pretenders, not contenders. Tua, I do not believe in. I know they have a good team, but I think we can outscore the Dolphins. Let me think of something like the easier game.
I honestly don't feel like Tua got enough opportunity to even develop. I feel like a lot of his passes were just short intermediate type stuff.
He didn't get time to develop, but I think it's that
all right,
Brian.
I got a quick question for you. So do you think we could beat the Eagles?
I ain't about to go through y'all whole schedule. I don't know if y'all winning. I'm gonna be honest. I probably have more faith that the Pats get double-digit wins just because their coach is better. You're getting a new coach this year, right?
Arthur Smith. Yeah.
You got the center just left. Yep. Your defense is atrocious. Like Karen said,
our defense is going up though.
Wait. AJ Terrell from Bama got annihilated last year. Anyway.
Oh yeah,
he's not even our starting quarterback though. We got Isaiah Oliver. And we just picked up Eric Harris from the Raiders. We're about to be fine.
Don't go there. Listen. Terrance brought up the Chiefs, which was a good point. A lot of people don't really dive into what the Chiefs really have. The Chiefs are an arsenal on offense. Don't get me wrong. Yes. But they have arguably one of the best coaches calling the plays.
Agreed.
And they got Eric Bieniemy calling whatever other plays that Andy doesn't.
I got you.
So best tight end, one of the best, arguably probably the best quarterback right now, or the best out of the younger ones for sure.
Yep.
You got Tyreek Hill, who's a top 5 receiver.
Okay.
Just stacked the offensive line.
Yep.
And then the defense miraculously is back. As much as we want to jab at their defense, between Jones and Matthew, they get those guys on defense to buy in, like Sorensen, the other safety, the outside linebacker. They get those dudes to buy in. So when they need to show up, they all show up. So there's nobody. Grady Jarrett isn't rallying all those players on the Falcons to just show up.
I agree with you. But when you have Grady Jarrett,
Deion James,
Dante Fowler, you got Deion Jones,
my bad,
Aluakon, who's also a Pro Bowl talent. Yeah, Terrell might not be the best, but you got Isaiah Oliver, who's
why didn't y'all do it last year? This is all I'm gonna say.
Injuries. Okay, you had Keanu Neal as our starting safety out all year.
He'd been injured before that though too.
I agree, but then the year that he wasn't injured, he made the Pro Bowl. What happened? We went to the Super Bowl. Terrance
like we
shut
have
your
a lot
mouth.
of depth.
But yeah, so we went to the Super Bowl.
I
feel like we've added a lot of depth at pretty much every position.
I feel like your guys' thing in that division you're gonna play in, it would be hard for y'all to just air it out. Because I feel like the only other bad defense is the Panthers. So essentially you're gonna go play two good defenses in the Bucks and the Saints. And you're just gonna say we're gonna get.
My problem is, and I agree with you. So I've got us taking both L's to the Bucks. I think we'll split the games with the Panthers and split the games with the Saints. But the thing is we play. So you know how the schedule's set up. You usually play your division, obviously. Then you play one other division, and ours is the worst division. The other division we're playing is the worst division in football, which is the NFC.
They want to see y'all succeed. Whoever made the schedule want to see y'all succeed.
That's what I'm saying. We got the 30th easiest schedule. And we had a down year. We've made the playoffs out of the last decade. I think it was 5 times in the last decade. We have one of the best offensive period. I'm not saying that we're the Chiefs. That's what I mean. Our comparison is the Chiefs because we're so offensive heavy. But we have one of the best receiving corps. Obviously, we don't have Travis Kelce. Obviously, we don't have Tyreek Hill. But we got Julio Jones. We got Calvin Ridley. We just added Kyle Pitts.
You got Julio for now. I mean
for now. My prediction's assuming.
They got Russell Gage. So Russell Gage. In all reality, it will be interesting.
And I'm hoping your boy Hayden Hurst turns out too. That's the other thing.
Hey, Hayden Hurst is great in the passing game. Not that much in the running game, but passing game, he's elite. I feel like you put Kyle Pitts out there with him, they could be a nice tandem.
And Ito Smith is an underrated running back. So that's all I'm gonna say.
So you got that and broken knees. Todd Gurley. I'm pretty sure y'all ain't bring him back.
So let me hear. All right. So what do you think about the Ravens?
I got the Ravens. Lamar's took them to the playoffs every year since he's been there. He got him in the
talking about.
He got him in the playoffs his year when he took over for Flacco midway. I got him 12-5. They got a tough schedule, but I feel like he got the weapons he needed to on offense. I'm not saying it's 12-5 and Super Bowl. I'm saying 12-5 will get in the playoffs like we've been doing. It's crazy because they have a tougher schedule, and at the end, it's not friendly. Like they go play the Browns, they go see Cleveland, or same team. What I'm talking about? They go see the Browns, they go see Pittsburgh, they go see the Packers. Like there's nowhere in there where you're getting. I think it's the Bengals as a let up, but that's it. Like the end of the schedule for them is going to be tough, but I feel like they kind of need that because they're a younger team. And you saw that year when they had the best record and they got a break at the end. It didn't show too well for them. So if I had to guess, that wouldn't be ideal for them. But I got them going 12-5 probably. I still got the Browns winning the division over us, but I got us going 12-5 because I feel like
that's wild. If the Browns win that division, that'd be crazy.
I think a lot of people are doubting it, but people forget to mention this that we got in the playoffs, the Steelers got in the playoffs, and the Browns got in the playoffs. So it's a tough division. I'm not I think people forget about that, but we're gonna change gears a little bit. Just tell me what game you guys are excited to see and what is the reasoning? Not if your team, another team. What team are you excited to go see play?
A team that we're excited to see play?
Yeah, who are you excited to see? Like a matchup you're excited to see.
Let me think about this real quick.
Who you got, Terrance?
Trying to think of a game outside of the Patriots.
Well, here I'll throw this on y'all.
I was sticking with my team. But.
Oh, that's fair. Then here, y'all don't worry about it. I'll do it. I got week 9. I got the Chicago Bears at the Steelers. Chicago had the 5th-ranked defense. The Steelers got the 2nd-ranked defense, and I feel like week 9 they're gonna have good old Justin Fields in there by then. Now I feel like the Steelers aren't gonna game plan for having Justin Fields up there yet. And I feel like that is going to be a difference maker, especially, a little bit more mobile, does more than Andy Dalton potentially. So I feel like it'd be nice to see. So we had that, but we're going to change this up.
I got you. So week 14, Bills at Bucks. And the reason
that's a good one.
That could have been a Super Bowl matchup last year.
Yeah, and the reason I'm going with that matchup, just for the simple fact that Brady has been in the Bills for 20 years.
My man.
Now that he's with a new team and outside of the division, okay, now I got my new team, your squad, let's line it up. I feel like, that's going to be a good one. I feel like
Bills need to hire a hitman for that because he's disrespectful to them. I looked at the record one time. I think he's only dropped like 3 games to him. Like, what? And he's played them like 50 times almost. No, there's no. So
Check me out. Look.
yeah, rocking the baby. That's
Oh
literally
no! Don't do that to him.
Bro.
Brady really sunned him. Like it's crazy. But so who are your early? We're only gonna do this 3 times on the show. We're not gonna do this every other week. This isn't gonna be something we do. I just want to know who your early Super Bowl picks. We're gonna do it now. We're gonna do it midway in the season, and then you'll get a pass when the playoff starts. You could do it again. So you can either hold strong throughout the 3 chances, you can change it midway, or you can just change it every time you want. Who you got, Nick? If you say the Falcons, I'll cut this podcast off.
Bro, now you treat me like Terrance, bro. All because I said, bro, we got the 30th easiest schedule. I said we're gonna win 11 games. You're gonna do me like that. All right, I see how you're playing. But anyway, what I was gonna say is it does depend a little bit, because I'm really high on the Packers if they can keep Aaron Rodgers. But I'm gonna assume that Aaron Rodgers is gone. So I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers and Chiefs repeat.
That'd be tough.
So it's hard for that to happen in the NFL, but I do, and most of it is because I want to see both teams at full strength. I'm not taking away from. I'm not a Tom Brady fan, but I'm not taking away from what he did because that's crazy to be able to move to a new team, new scenario, even though he had every weapon imaginable.
And winning the team's town, like where they're from. It's crazy.
Exactly. So the fact that he was able to do that was nuts. But I would like to see it again with the Chiefs at full strength on offense, because. Again, I told you, I love offensive line. I think it's probably the most important thing outside of the quarterback position in the NFL now. I want to see a do-over because I think we really got robbed as fans of a great game.
I mean, the crazy thing with Tom, too, before I give you my pick, is that if Tom really comes to Gillette and beats us, he will have beaten every NFL team.
Yeah, that's gonna hold some weight.
That's insane, bro.
And I'll say this. I'll give you this, Terrance. If that situation happens again, and he beats the Chiefs at full strength, I'll come on this show whenever our podcast is after that, I'll come on this show with a Tom Brady jersey, and I will proclaim him the GOAT forever. And I'll fist fight someone if they try to tell me it's somebody other than Tom Brady.
All right. So who your Super Bowl picks, Coach?
So it's gonna be either for me out of the AFC. I'm going Chiefs or Browns. And honestly, Chiefs, obviously, they're going to be the heavy favorite. But like I say, I'm kind of behind the Browns wagon right now for the simple fact that that team is just stacked. Like, as an overall, team, just everywhere you look, quarterback, receiver, defensive line, linebackers, everywhere. They have a guy, and they have depth as well. And then out of the NFC, I'm going to go with the Pack or Bucks. So honestly, probably the Bucks over the Pack again, but Bucks or Pack. I'm going without NFC.
All right. So I got dog pound going against the Packers. There's no Rodgers. Bucks are in there playing against the Browns. I like the Browns matchup because Odell is dynamic, and I feel like they're not going to be able to blitz Baker like they did my homeboy with that defeated offensive line. So that's another thing.
Not at all.
Nah. So changing gears here, we got a little segment I just threw out for you guys. It's kind of new. It's overtime stretch. Overtime, first one to score. I want to see which one of you two are going to win this little battle here. I'm going to ask you guys some questions. I'm going to ask Terrance the questions first, and then I'm going to ask Nick the questions. And I won't tell you who got what questions right until the end, okay? Well, don't be Googling nothing, Terrance. I see your glasses reflecting off the computer.
I ain't Googling nothing.
Nick, yeah. Nick might grab his phone, so Nick might need to keep his hands up. I know that he ain't never heard that, but you might need to keep the pictures up.
Oh, get out.
So, all right, let's get this started.
I'm gonna keep my hands right here.
This is the overtime stretch. I had 12 sacks in my third year. Your options it's for you, Terrance. Kenny Clark, Grady Jarrett, DeForest Buckner, or Fletcher Cox. Who you going with?
You said in the third season.
In their third season.
I'm gonna go with Fletcher Cox.
All right, Terrance for Fletcher Cox. Okay. Who you going with, Nick?
Kenny Clark.
Kenny Clark. Okay.
You gonna give us the answer after we answer?
After that, I'm gonna give you all the answers.
I mean, you can go. You can give us the answers after we both answer. I mean,
all right, bet. We can do it like that. Congratulations, you're both wrong and delinquents. It was actually DeForest Buckner from San Fran in 2018.
Yeah, I just knew it wasn't Grady Jarrett.
It wasn't Kenny Clark because Kenny Clark had the lowest total out of all of them.
Nah, I just guessed. I don't mean lie.
Fletcher Cox was the closest. He had 10, and I think it was the year they went to the Super Bowl.
See, I was out.
All right, so next question, overtime stretch. I've scored 6 rushing touchdowns in one game. It's for you, Terrance, first.
That's AK right there, man.
You going AK? You ain't want to hear nobody else? I got Eric Dickerson, LaDavidson Thompson, Emmitt Smith.
Oh, wait, what's the options then?
You got Alvin Kamara, Eric Dickerson, LaDavidson Thompson, and Emmitt Smith. Like, you just gonna go AK right out the gate?
I'm going AK. You didn't have to give me the answers. I'm going AK.
All right, who you going, Nick?
I was gonna do AK as well because that was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah,
man, Nick knows, right? Because it happened on the Vikes.
Dude, yo.
It happened to the Vikes.
Cameron Jordan said, "Just keep feeding that man."
Hey, he got fined. He got fined too, but he got fined. He won it against the.
And he donated money too, I believe.
He did. He was the Grinch to the Vikings on Christmas. 6 touchdowns.
Man.
All right, so
pounded, brother.
Going to the next part of this stretch. I'm gonna read it off to y'all. I had a 104-yard kickoff return, but I didn't get a touchdown. Your answers could be Deshaun Jackson, Antonio Brown, Devin Hester, or Percy Harvin. Who you got, Terrance?
Dang. So you said Percy, Deshaun Jackson. I'm going Deshaun.
You going Deshaun? All right. Yeah. Nick, who are you going?
I'll just do this just for fun. My picks were gonna be either Deshaun or Percy. So you said Deshaun, I'll go Percy.
All right. I guess you should have went with Nick Cuddy because Percy Harvin got caught on the one against Nick's Falcons by a corner. 104 yards and he got caught at the one.
The only reason I went Deshaun was because he's infamous for flicking the ball at the one. Bro.
Fun fact is Percy got caught at the one against the Falcons.
Okay.
And they didn't score. They turned the ball over on the one and didn't score. So if y'all needed a good little laugh, that's what happened there.
That's wild, yo. Okay, you got that one. You got it.
I've thrown the most touchdowns in one quarter. Matthew Stafford, Dan Marino, Brett Favre, Tom Brady, or my homeboy. Who you got, Terrance?
One quarter.
One quarter.
One quarter.
My hands up.
Yeah, keep your hands up, Nick.
Oh, my bad.
Dang, this is tough.
It's the overtime stretch.
Say the answers one more time, and I'm gonna pick.
You got Matthew Stafford, Tom Brady. Hey, what you looking at? You got Tom Brady, my homeboy. You got Brett Favre and Dan Marino.
You got somebody texting you the answers.
Yeah.
That's why he's repeating. He's like, "What? Who was it again?"
This ain't live. This ain't live.
He got Anna in the back.
I would go with Marino or Tom, but
you got to pick. Come on.
Is this all time or just out of these people?
Just out of these people.
I'm rocking the jersey.
You going Tom? Yeah. All right. He's going Tom. Who you going, Nick?
I'll go Dan Marino.
That's a toughie right there.
Wow. It was actually Tom Brady. He threw 5 in the second quarter, 2009 against the Titans. They held the Titans. They went 59-0 against the Titans. The Titans didn't get a field goal against them. So you guys tied. We'll have to do this overtime stretch again. I'm shocked you guys tied. I really thought somebody was just going to outwin completely.
Hey, listen,
that first question really got the both of you guys on who got the 12 sacks in their third year. You both were kind of like baffled.
The closest though.
I'm shocked. Yeah, you're the closest. I'm shocked Nick went with Kenny Clark, but he definitely didn't want to go with Grady Jarrett. I know.
I just threw one out in the dark, and I just wanted to not pick what Terrance picked. And I knew it wasn't Grady Jarrett, so I knew
it wasn't Grady Jarrett, but I kind of thought it was Fletcher Cox. Like I really, honestly
Honestly, Fletcher Cox was. If I like sat there and thought about it, Fletcher Cox probably would have my pick too, because I know for an inside man is one of the better
he gets after
penetrators. Yeah.
Yeah, he gets after.
Yeah, DeForest Buckner is probably only second to really Aaron Donald at that defensive tackle. And Aaron lines up out wide, so it's really he'll bounce back and forth. So that's really the show for us today. The guys did a great job. I want to let the audience know something. We're gonna have Jonathan Osborne from the Six Man Show, Orlando Magic podcast. He's a big Magic head. I feel bad for him because it's the Magic, but maybe they move the team over to Tampa. Maybe they'll be the Tampa Magic. I feel like it'd be better. Who knows? But he's gonna be stopping by on the show next week. Talking everything NFC. What are we doing? East with the Giants, right?
Yep.
So he's a big Giants fan. So we're gonna pick his brain about the Giants. Huge fan. He was sad to see Odell Beckham leave.
You got a lot to be excited about this year.
I'm actually excited for that. I'm looking forward to it. He's really, a big fan. Giants gear everywhere. So, me and the guys.
I might not be able to talk to Buddy next week.
Yeah, we might have to bring up that Tom Brady and, the catch.
Listen.
So, yeah.
Online.
You're talking about Tom's dad? You're talking about Tom's dad, Eli Manning?
Yeah. So
I can't even say anything.
Hey, listen, that ain't my guy no more. He a Buccaneer.
Yeah. But like I said, we're gonna have Jonathan Osborne from the Six Man Show here with us next week. Tune in. I'm really excited. He's gonna be the first guest we have over here on Cover 4 with the guys. Thank you guys for listening. Really appreciate it. Terrance, hit us with the word of the day. But before you do the word of the day, I got something I need to get off my chest. I heard Channing Crowder on the I Am Athlete podcast, one of my favorite podcasts. He brought up that parents are relying on their kids to be their retirement fund. I was at work the other day. This lady brought it up. It was like the day after Mother's Day, I think. She said, yeah, my kid's going to make me rich one day. I guess he's a little athlete, plays football. Do not bet on your kids making you rich. Let them kids enjoy whatever sport they're playing. You go be an adult, go earn your keep. If your kid has to be in the 1% that makes it, that's a different story. But don't if my cousin told me right now he was betting on Taylor and Chito to be world-class athletes, I'd smack him. I go up there every year. I'd go smack him this Christmas if he told me that. I hate that. Let them kids enjoy the sport. If it happens, it happens. Don't bet on that. Be a grown-ass adult and take care of your business,
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Definitely.
What's your word?
Kids up. It can't be, we can't sit around waiting on a handout from them. So
no, not at all, bro.
Set them up and, teach them our life experiences and, allow them not to make the same mistakes and, be at the same place you were growing up. So, because we already know how that is because we've been there. So
exactly.
For the word of the day is believe. So I'm going to give y'all 3 quotes and then we can talk a little bit about it. So the first quote, so believe it can be done. When you believe something can be done, really believe. Your mind will find the ways to do it. Believing a solution paves the way to solution. So be brave to stand for what you believe in, even if you stand alone. And believing in yourself is not for you. It's for everyone or every person who has touched your life in a significant way. And for every person your life will touch the same way 5 minutes from now or 5 centuries from now. So
I like that. I like that last one, that believe in yourself for like everybody else. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people forget. I feel like, all right, say I believe in my cousin all the time, right? But he's not believing in himself. He's doing me a disservice because I believe in him all the time. I know this man in 3 more years gonna make 6 figures. I know my cousins are gonna be or my nephews. They ain't my cousins. My nephews, my gods are gonna be taken care of, right? But he would make me look ridiculous, pumping him up all the time, if he didn't believe in himself as much as I believe in him. It'd be bro, everybody's believing in you. If everybody can go to toe and bat for you all the time, hey, this is my guy, this, and the third. You need to have that same belief in yourself because they're betting on you making it. And and they're not even betting on you make it to help them. They just genuinely want to see you make it. So I feel like you got to have that same drive as they do with just believing in you and supporting you.
For sure. Because, the biggest thing with that, the biggest takeaway from that is, somebody else can't believe in you more than you believe in yourself at the end of the day. you know, it's all about, you know, what you believe in, but then also you got to take action as well. But you know, somebody else can't believe in you more than you believe in yourself. So that's how I feel about that, and I stand firm on that, honestly.
Nice. You got anything on that, Nick?
That was perfect. You know, always got to believe. You know, hope's one of the things we got to hold on to in this life, and if you can believe in yourself, believe in the vision that you got, I mean, that'll take you a long way. So I think that was a perfect one for today, Terrance.
Well, yeah, thank you, Terrance. I know Nick don't believe that the Falcons are going to win 11 games, but that's a topic for another episode.
Crazy, boy.
Hey,
listen, y'all come at me.
30, y'all come at me. You got the 30th easy schedule, bro. Get out of here.
I don't want to hear it no more.
Bro,
I'm over
it. We like
hey,
the
bro, we can put some money up if y'all want to.
Hey, let me end
this. Listen, we can put some money on this Falcons Patriots now if you really about it.
Hey, hold on.
We can do that. We'll see that when it gets there.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to us. We really appreciate it. We hope you guys tune in next week. We got this super duper amazing guest host, Jonathan Osborne, and we're excited to get it started. You guys have a good night. Stay safe, and thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.